things. You should always be prepared for these changes. Now, let's have a small study. Plant room, access conflict. Let's have a 30 megawatt data center project. Okay, we are month 14. Structural contractor 3 weeks behind the schedule of generator plant room staff. I have generator room. We have 3 weeks delay from the civil contract. It's OFCI, so our owner furnished contractor installed. So you are the owner. Now you see from the owner point of view. You are the owner. You are delivering the generator, the civil contractor scope to make the plant room ready for your generator to be installed. It's ordered. The generator already ordered. Shipped from Korea, cleared in the custom. On the way to the site, it will take 1 day from the port to your site. The MEB subcontractor has a crew because that's your plan, right? Month 14, when you reach your schedule to all of the contractors, month 14, I will be having generator on site. So what needs to be finished? All the civil work related to the plant room. That's from civil contractor. What is expected or anticipated from the MEB contractor? To have a crew ready to install, terminate, connect, make it ready. Then we start like the other activities. General contractors under pressure from the owner. The TOC date is fixed. TOC taking over certificate, completion of physical work. Fixed and I have a leased agreement with the hyperscaler. So now I'm a developer. I have a leased agreement. I signed with AWS. So there is no room for delay. Every week of delay, that is mine as a developer. This is my contract with the hyperscaler, $250,000, $250,000 lost revenue when you calculate what is the risk, the commercial risk. It's not only the liquidated damages, the LDs, because the hyperscaler has put on me a penalty, $50,000 on each week of delay of this facility. But this is not the only risk. I have loss of revenue because I am now exposed to liquidated damages from the hyperscaler, plus I'm losing the revenue generated from that hyperscaler. In this case, I'm calculating my rates by my megawatt. Let's assume $250,000. So I'm losing $300,000 a week. Now, structural contractor, the slab will be ready in 3 weeks. And it's not our fault. We have material supply issue. So, okay, I'm delayed by 3 weeks, and it will be ready by 3 weeks. It's not my fault. It's material issues. And EV subcontractor says, my crew is a standby. You gave me a schedule that by this month, I need to install the generator. I'm ready. The crew is here. They are idle, standing, doing nothing. I'm just paying them prolongation to their salaries, their overhead, their logistic mobilization, extra, while I'm not invoicing these days. Generators on site, storage will cost you. The warranty clock is ticking. So these 3 weeks will be removed from your warranty. You are losing these 3 weeks from the warranty because if you remember in the previous session, we said the warranty starts from the shipping or from the delivery, depends on the scope of the delivery. Owner says, fix it now. I don't care who's responsible. So, prevention. What should the planner have done 6 weeks ago to prevent the situation? I have these few questions. So this questions goes directly to Hakeem. Hakeem, what the planner at site should done 6 weeks earlier before we enter the situation?
Sorry, I'm driving. Can someone else answer? Sorry.
All right, you are driving.
Should he
Yeah, so
given
I
the
told
early notice on this?
Riyadh who answered. Okay. Uh, another answer, more. Yeah, Dr. Saraj, go ahead.
Yeah,
You unmute yourself. Go ahead.
I think if the owners, just like Riyadh has said, the owners planner should have give from the lookout and then the site visits probably see this sort of issue. At the same time, I think the contractor has a major role to play in this because it's more of the procurement side of things. So you might not probably see procurement in your schedule as such, especially when it comes to material that you're going to be using for concrete work or anything. So it's not a straightforward thing actually. Uh,
All right. I
yeah.
will. Okay. Okay. Let's. Yeah, I got your point. I don't need full point. Like I don't need full explanation. Just need people to be interactive in the session. Responsibility. Who do you think is responsible for this?
It's a contractor actually. It's the contractor. Yeah.
Okay. Recovery. How we should recover this?
May I?
Who can think of? Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Go.
I think it's a collective responsibility, starting from the structure, the delay in the structure. So we need the acceleration from the structure team as well as the installation team just to cover it up. Yeah, because we are liable now.
Sorry, Bob, what was the question?
And I'm asking, like, what is the responsibility? What is now the recovery measures
For what?
for this delay, the 3 weeks delay?
Okay.
Okay. Let me just. I will explain to you again. Again, we are in the month 14 of the project. I should have my generator kept custom cleared on the site, reaching to the site tomorrow or today. An EV contractor at site has mobilized the crew or the team, equipment, material, whatever required to do this installation. They are on site currently. Civil contractor delayed by 3 weeks. He said, I cannot do it now. It's not ready. I am exposed to 250,000 lost revenue if I delay the project 3 weeks, and 50,000, sorry, not 3 weeks, 1 week. A 1 week delay is 250,000 and 50,000 liquidated damages. This is by week. So I'm like the end result of this, I am subject to this kind of loss. The prevention, number one. What should the plan? It's not sending the notices. Sending the notices is something to contractually record the delay. So later on, when you reach this point today and you have a delay, you are recording it so you can do employer claim on the contractor. Okay? Notice of delay, it's not the only way to tell the contractor you are delayed. And this is not I send you notice. See, it's not I send you notice at before 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and I told you, hey, you are in delay and you will be subject to financial liability or whatever. Eventually, I'm the developer. I'm losing reputation. I'm losing 50,000 per week, liquidated damages. I'm losing 250,000 revenue loss. And don't forget the other soft losses, the reputation, the possibility of future opportunities. So it's not only delay notices. You should have it in your look ahead program. Number one, it doesn't happen. That's a big issue when you reach a point at the site and you are facing the situation. It shouldn't happen that way. That shouldn't happen today. Like you wake up, you found the contractor delayed 3 weeks, and yesterday he was on track. Cannot be. So 3 weeks of delay, it should have been like resonated in the program 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. So it's a progressive delay until we reach 3 weeks. Something should have been noticed earlier at that time. Then at that time, we should discuss if it is 1 day, 2 days, 3 days delay, then there is a delay happening. Guys, what's happening here? What is the issue? Then at that point, it would be easier to do recovery. Material issues, okay, do air freight instead of sea freight, for example. Pay extra 10%, 20% to the supplier and get it early. Get the approval from the engineer. Okay, what do you have? I have a problem with this kind of steel, for example, or bolt. Maybe it's a bolt. Sometimes it's just a bolt because it's specified that kind of bolt. It could have this whole delay. I'm just giving a small example. So, okay, let's look for alternative. Something with some specifics, but we can get it in 1 week rather than 4 weeks, for example, or something available locally. We can rechange some sequence. Okay, so 3 weeks of delay, and you face this issue, the generator is on site, you have a 3-week delay, it's not a problem of today. It's a problem of a month ago, or minimum 3 weeks ago. That's number one. That is the prevention. That's what I told you before that. Don't do recovery. Don't think of recovery. Think always of prevention. This is exactly what I meant in the previous slide. Prevent the delay. Don't allow the delay to occur, then you start recovery. What? Okay, that's number one. Responsibility, legally the contractor. That's its scope, and the GC, the main contract, the civil contract. That is its scope. He did not deliver. But the responsibility with the end client, the hyperscaler, it's the developer responsibility. You cannot go to the end user, the hyperscaler, I mean, and you tell them because my contractor is in delay and he should deliver it to me, so apply LDs on him. Or cannot do that. That's your contract. Then inside the team, who's responsible? The planner is responsible. If the planner slept on 3 weeks of delay, like on delay generated and compiling until we reach 3 weeks of delay, in such a situation, the planner did not do its job. It's called the planner. Someone he or she like could foresee, look for the future. It's not responsible. He's responsible to anticipate what can happen. The recovery, how do we restructure the program to recover the 3 weeks of delay? What mitigation option exists to reduce the impact on the TOC? One, we have a recovery. What we can do, how we can now, we are facing, it's not an issue, a risk, it's an issue currently. So how we can do it, how we can respond, how maybe we can do shifts. And instead of working 8 hours, we can do 24 hours, get special permit if they are not allowed at night. We can do zoning, we can do run together. Let's see how we can do that. Also the mitigation. Now, look for this, and it's very important. I did not say the project is in 3 weeks of delay. We said the plant room is on 3 weeks of delay. So we should do analysis on the critical path, and we see the longest path. If this generator is on the longest path, is the 3 weeks delay of plant room delivery, like the 3 weeks, are exactly what is the completion of the project is, or not? Maybe I have a flaw, maybe it's on a critical path, maybe it will cause only 1 week delay on the project. I have another issues in the project. So 3 weeks of, or maybe it's covered. We have a flaws for it. So we are failing to achieve this activity. Now I have another risk, which is the storage, the warranty. Yes, I'm losing 3 weeks of the warranty. I'm having storage issues. Maybe I did not plan the storage because I have planned this generator to go directly. I don't have a place. These LLE need a special kind of storage. I have the issue of the claim of the MEB contractor. The MEB contractor, who's now will claim that I have people on site that either I will demobilize and immobilize them again, and that will be a risk. Maybe I not get the same team again, or they are idle on site, etc. But the major issue I have, these are issues. But the major issue I have with the final client, the hyperscaler, it doesn't exist. So always, guys, you need to look for the full completion. Not only this activity has a 3 weeks of delay, this activity has 4 weeks of delay. What is the float? What is the critical path calculation? Okay? Records. Here, what formal notices and records must the planner create today? First, I should send notice of delay. Okay? Notice of delay, check the rate of the progress, check the record, send everything to send, like, to novate the liability or to document, register the liability on the contract. Later on, I need to claim all of these things. Maybe I go to arbitration or court or whatever. So when you go to arbitration or court, you're not just claiming the delays that they have. You claim, I'm not saying you are getting, you are claiming the loss of opportunity, the profit, the other damages, the other contractors' damages. It's back-to-back charges. It depends on the contract. That's contractual issue. The contractor team will, the contract team should take care of it, not you. But I'm just giving you the example. You need to do a recovery program now. You need to do a recovery program here because you are failing to achieve your program by that much days because of this issue. So the contractor, the planner should send the contractor, and you, if you are working on FIDIC, mainly 99 and 2017, go to 8.4. Now, guys, if you have access to FIDIC, go to 8.4, read it completely. You will see what is the recovery, what is the engineer responsibility to send to the contractor, when the contractor should revise its schedule, not revise, to send a recovery program. The difference between revise and the recovery, when you are maintaining the end date, you change the sequence because you are in delay. The revise, you have a new completion date, you revise your program to achieve that completion date. Okay? So this kind of case study, you don't look just like this on this case itself. You could look beyond it. What is the damages I have? What other contractors conflict I have? What is the real impact? What can I do? And to prevent all of this, you should have your look ahead, your program monitoring, your rate of progress, your other KPI to prevent that. You should have seen that happening at least 3 weeks ago. If the contractor did not do anything in the previous 3 weeks, you should have 3 weeks of delay. So before 3 weeks, you should start noticing that I'm having a delay. So it shouldn't be at this moment when you face it. That is the job of the planner and the project manager. Okay? Now, slab penetration, let's go quickly on this because all of you have enough experience on that side. Slab penetration, because again, as I told you before, the MEP services are continuous services, not like the civil. The civil, I have room here as individual, and there are room next to me. Then the bathroom is individual. They have always walls. That's divide your layout. For the MEP, it's not like that. You have one cable runs the whole building. Maybe one cable tray goes from the substation, the